Isles of Adalar is a heavy Elder Scrolls inspired open world RPG. Could this be an Elder Scrolls replacement? I played the demo of it, and here are my thoughts. Hello friends, welcome back to Axial GT. And if you happen to be new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future content. I upload weekly. Now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at Isles of Adalar. This is a game that a friend thought I should check out, so I downloaded and played the demo. But before we get into that, first a little backstory. Isles of Adalar is being developed by Peakway Software, and they announced their ambitions of creating a fantasy open world RPG. And after playing the demo, it's obviously heavily inspired by the Elder Scrolls, and those are some big shoes to fill. But more on the demo in a bit. First, we'll take a look at Peakway Software. It is a small indie game studio comprised of 3 developers. That's right, I said 3. The footage you're watching now has been coded and developed by 3 people. I'm sorry, that's just amazing to me. But back to the story at hand. The studio is located in North Carolina and was founded in 2015, and Isles of Adalar will be the first game developed by the fledgling development team. The game is described as an open-world single-player RPG that can also be played co-op with up to 3 friends, but it will scale the difficulty depending on how many players there are. But I'll say a big plus is going to be mod support, as the game will come with the modding tools the devs use to make the game, with their goal of building a creative community behind the game. And I believe this is an extremely wise decision, because everybody knows, like with other RPGs, once you get the mod community behind you, the sky's the limit. And now on to the demo. As you start the game, as with most RPGs of this type, you are brought to the character creation screen. You can create your character as you see fit, then dive into the traits. And I will say, they're all here to pick and choose. And while it's not exactly the same, this demo does remind me a lot of the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, in your robust set of traits, and the graphics. And I know this is pre-alpha, but that's what it reminds me of. And with Morrowind being a more robust RPG system than the stripped down versions of Oblivion and Skyrim. Now don't get me wrong, Oblivion and Skyrim are excellent games in their own right, but they are kind of dumbed down when compared to the previous installments of the series. But back to the demo. I can say I'm impressed. While the demo isn't long, it took me about 15 minutes to complete it. Then I went back countless times exploring every nook and cranny inside the demo. The story goes, your ship crashed and you wake up disoriented. I won't ruin the actual story, but it is pretty quick to push you along. The game does have a crafting system that is simple and intuitive. Collect items, go to crafting station, make your items, easy peasy. Now the combat. It's quite interesting. At first I tried the hack and slash method, and it didn't take long to learn the error of my ways. It is much more productive to pace yourself and use a small amount of strategy and timing to quickly dispatch your foes. Given this is an alpha-esque demo, I was expecting glitches and crashes. And yes, I found a few, but not one crash. That earns at least 1 brownie point. Graphically though, it does need a little work, especially when water is involved. Your character tends to get sickly wavy lines when water is behind whatever you are looking at, whether it be your hands and weapons in first person or your entire body in third person. But this is a minor gripe when compared to the overall scheme of things. And, overall, I'm very interested in Isles of Adalar. It seems to have a solid foundation to build upon. The game has a release window of June 2020, at least to enter early access. And Peakway has an Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign to help fund the game. And since the game will release on Steam, if you're interested, go add it to your wish list. Plus the demo is free to download, so you can try it for yourself. But I want to know what you think. Are you interested in playing Isles of Adalar? And if you played the demo, what'd you think? Tell me in the comments below. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future content. I upload weekly. Until next time, I'm out of here. You all have a good one.